Whether you live directly in what we call ground zero or you live 4 blocks over, the impact is real. Trauma is real. Trauma response is important, and that's why we had to be here.
I believe in a change, so I see that it's a change. It's a change that is going to come.
Well, what happened 1 week ago today made headlines both in and outside of Baltimore. But as we head into a new week, those who live and service Brooklyn have only just begun their mission, and that's proving or providing on the ground support to a community that's in need. And joining us now is faith leader Bishop John Watts. Thanks for coming by, sir. It's good to see you.
God bless you.
You've been putting in hours there in Brooklyn. You've gone door to door. I mean, you know these families for a long time, years now. What have you learned coming out of the last couple of days down there?
The most important thing I've learned is that there are loving people in Brooklyn homes. They're loving people. They're family. Yeah. And some of the people, quite a few of those people are my family. By blood. I'm related to them. And so they're caring and they are concerned. They're concerned about what just happened, what took place. But that's been a concern for them for a while.
Really? So this is, I mean, the sense of needing help or support from the city is nothing new for them, you would say?
No, it's nothing new.
Okay.
I mean, that is an area, and I do want to make a point that you have Brooklyn, the community of Brooklyn,
right,
but then you have the people that are in Brooklyn homes.
Okay.
And so sometimes the resources for the community of Brooklyn don't always get to the people in Brooklyn homes. And so I do want to stress that. And so, but I do appreciate everything that's happening now for a group of people that have been traumatized.
Tell me about the trauma, because what got me to find you was an interview you did, and you said for the young kids there, this should not be normal. They shouldn't just, walk away from this and say, well, that's just what happens here, because this shouldn't be life.
No, it should not. Violence is not normal. It's not normal. And for a kid to be traumatized, for not be able to play outside, seen some of the violence, for us as adults and for us as believers and faith community, it's our moral responsibility to say this is not the way. Our kids should not be subjected to seeing somebody get gunned down, abused, or anything like that, out in the streets. And so this should be a space where, our kids grow up to be happy and enjoy their lives. And I've been going to Brooklyn since the 70s. Yeah. So that's the part that you don't know. My aunt lived in Brooklyn.
Okay.
I still have a cousin that lives in Brooklyn. I have family members that live there since the 70s, and it is a community still. It is a community, and people loved each other just like all over Baltimore. It was a community, and I think to experience this on this level, and for kids to be like, oh, okay, well, that's. I've seen on some of the pages of, that might put Baltimore on the map as being that's not normal.
Yeah. I think what gets lost is that some people from way outside looking in, assuming that communities just let this happen to themselves.
Oh, no.
But these people, people in general, in the city of Baltimore, care about their city. And they don't want this in their backyard.
Right. And you have people that I've met, and I have to give shout outs to the people who've gone into this community. It's one amazing lady who deals with the seniors in Brooklyn Home, Miss Jean. Yeah. And people like Miss Jean, people like Corey Winfield from Safe Streets. Yeah. And he is actually responsible, Safe Streets Brooklyn is actually responsible for helping me to do the work that we did together on a wide spread. Okay. And even groups like We Our Us, with Captain Andrew, and Dr. Bunley, that have helped me to be able to go door to door and give out resources and jobs like that. And the people have been open and receptive to that. But it has been disparagingly, because of sometimes the stuff that we have to do to get in there. Sure. So.
Also, one more thing for you is there are going to be people who see this, who want to reach out and help Brooklyn. I know one good portal in doing that is with your councilwoman, who you said has done a great job down there.
Yeah, Councilwoman Felicia Porter is extraordinary.
Yeah.
She is an amazing woman. She has been responsible for galvanizing us, but there's other organizations like Safe Streets Brooklyn, Corey Winfield, We Are Us, Captain Andrew, Dr. Bunley, or you can just reach out to other organizations that's in there on 10th Street. So they're there all week long, providing resources and things like that.
Okay.
Or you can reach out to me. As I normally say, I'm Pastor John Watson, Senior Pastor of Kingdom Life Church Apostolic. So, yeah, definitely reach out to me as well.
Well, Pastor, it's good to see you. Thank you for the work you're doing there.
Yes, thank you so much.
Certainly.